Welcome everyone. Myself Bharadwaj, and in this video we will discuss Siemens LOGO PLC. First, we will see how the PLC will be, and we will discuss the parameters of the PLC and the specifications of the PLC. This is a compact PLC and smart PLC. It has inbuilt inputs and it can connect to the cloud. Okay, if you see here, you see a box. Okay, this is the package of the PLC. If you read it here, the brand is Siemens. Siemens is the manufacturer, and this is the logic module. This is the version, means type of the module. The type is logo 12/2424 RCE. Okay, and it is having inbuilt IOs, inputs and outputs, digital inputs 8 number and digital output 4 number. Okay, out of digital input 8 numbers, the 4 numbers can be used as analog input. Okay, it depends on our programming and wiring. Either we can use the 8 as the complete 8 numbers as digital inputs, or we can use either 2 numbers or 4 numbers as analog inputs from the digital inputs. This we will discuss in detail during the programming. Okay, if you see here, this is the line LSC, means this is the software name for the Siemens LOGO PLC. Okay, what is the meaning of LSC? L means logo, S means soft, means comfort. Logo, soft, comfort, version 8.4. This is the version number of the software. Okay, so this particular package, particular PLC needs the minimum version of the software is 8.4 or next versions. Okay, if you see the year, manufacturing year of this product, it is 2024. This is the latest product. So if you see the version number, requirement of the version number, okay, it is 8.4 as on date. It is the latest version for the logo soft comfort. We will see what is inside of this package. Okay, let me open it. Yeah, so this is the PLC I'm talking about till now. Okay, this is our Siemens PLC. PLC. Okay. Uh, what I will do, I will reduce the zoom so that we can see how much very small. The size is very, very small. This PLC size is very small. If you see, it is, this is mobile, my mobile. I'm placing my mobile there. Okay, see, this is my mobile. And if you compare the PLC size, it is very compact. Okay, very, very compact. This PLC, this module inbuilt, there is a CPU, okay, and some power supply circuit is also there, and inbuilt IOs is there, some digital inputs, some analog inputs, and some digital outputs. So let's discuss our Siemens LOGO PLC first. Okay. First, we will discuss this hardware related to this PLC. Okay. If you see here, the top side, okay, these are the inputs. Yeah, these are the inputs. I will show you the numbers. Okay, the inputs and outputs I will show you now. 1 minute. Yeah. If you see the labels on top, this one, it is I1. Okay, digital input 1. Similarly, I2, digital input 2, and I3, digital input 3, like that up to I8, digital input 8, number 8. The first two terminals, L plus and M, these are the power supply. Okay, we have to connect the power supply required for this PLC here, L plus and M. Okay, what is the power requirement for these inputs? Okay, if you see before that, we have to see this model. You see here, I'm showing here 12/24 RCE. This is the model of the logo PLC specification. Okay, what it is suggesting that the 12 or 24 means this PLC is capable to handle either 12 volts DC power supply, or we can connect 24 volts DC power supply. Okay. So in L plus and M, the first two terminals eh, here, the first two terminals, either we can connect 12 volts DC power supply or 24 volts DC power supply. This PLC can handle up to some 28.3 or 5, 28.5 volts DC. Okay. So I1 to I8, these are the digital inputs of this PLC. Earlier, we discussed the label on the package, that out of this I1 to I8, some inputs we can use as analog inputs, right? If you see this label here, okay, what it is showing, the input I1 and I2, we can configure them as AI3, AI4. AI means analog input number 3 and analog input number 4. Okay, this is in reverse order. You can simply remember like it is in reverse order. Okay, so we know that this PLC can support maximum of 4 analog inputs. Okay, let's say my I7, digital input I7 can be used as analog input I1. Okay, and in digital input I8 can be used as analog input number AI2. Okay, what is the analog input signal? It is 0 to 10 volts DC power supply. Okay, if you want 4 to 20 milliamp, we have to connect or use expansion modules. Okay, that means those are like external IO modules which we can connect to this module, so this PLC. Okay, uh, clear? For example, we want to use 4 analog inputs. Then we have I1 to I8, right? I1, I2 is AI3, AI4. I7, I8 is AI1, AI2 numbers. Okay. That in that case, how many digital inputs will be there? My I1, I2, I7, I8 are analog inputs. I3, I4, I5, I6 are digital inputs. Where we have to configure, like we need some two analog inputs or four analog inputs, or we don't want any analog input. We need all digital inputs in our project. Okay. So we can use like all eight as digital inputs, or we can take two analog inputs or two analog inputs, means two sets, or four analog inputs. Where we have to choose this selection? We have to choose this selection in the software. There is a software logo soft comfort. We have to connect that software with this PLC, and there we have to do the configuration. Clear? This analog input supports only 0 to 10 volts only. Okay, for 4 to 20 milliamps, we have to use the expansion modules. This logo PLC has inbuilt display. You see, this is the display. Here we can show the status of the analog inputs, like either my input is open or closed. If there is an analog input, what is the parameter value? That parameter value, we can display it here on the display. Or if there is a logic, the logic status can be displayed here, like some interlock is activated, some alarm is there, some trip is there. As per our requirement, we can do the configuration. That configuration, we have to do it in the software, and we have to download the program to this PLC, logo PLC. This logo PLC, we will call it as basic module. Okay. And we have four cursor keys also. See, up, down, left, right. These are the cursor keys. We can use the cursor keys for the selection of the menus or some configurations. We can do some parameter configurations also using the cursor keys. Okay, that also we will discuss in the upcoming videos. Okay, and if you see here, this is earth. We can connect the earth to this terminal here. See here, you can connect our earth to this point, and this PLC is having four number of digital outputs. Okay, you see here, outputs 4 into relay slash 10A. That means this PLC is having four outputs, digital outputs, and the type of the output is relays. Other than relays, there can be solid state output like transistors, NPN or PNP. Here, these four are relay outputs, and the capacity or rating of the relays are 10 amps. It can handle up to 10 amps. Okay, means it will not provide any power supply to the load. We have to use external power supply. That power supply maximum power rating is, it is showing 10 amp, and we have to follow the manual for the exact specifications for this. Okay, MAC address. Okay, this is the MAC address. Every logo PLC is having a unique MAC address. Nothing but it is an address which is a unique number for each and every PLC. So that if there are number of logo PLCs in a network, this MAC address is very helpful to identify the each PLC. Okay, even our laptops, computers are also having unique MAC address so that we can easily identify them in a network. And we have the escape key, OK key, or enter key. These can be used during the usage of the programming or usage of the display mainly. Okay, if you want to do some configuration, if you want to read some parameters or status of the inputs or outputs, then you can use these cursor keys, this escape and OK key. Okay, and these are the outputs. Okay, these are the outputs. If you see, this is Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Total four outputs. And these are relay outputs that we have to remember. See, this is the Ethernet port. Okay, this PLC supports Ethernet communication. This Ethernet communication, this we have to connect Ethernet cable here, and we can connect to our laptop or desktop, and we can use the Ethernet communication for the programming. Means we can do the programming in the software, and the software means the laptop will be interfaced, will be communicated this PLC using the Ethernet cable. This we will discuss in the upcoming sessions. And if you see, there is a port, means there is a here. Just to push it like this and open it. See, here you can insert your memory card. Okay, this memory card is required to save the data, or you can take a program backup, or you can keep a program backup in the memory card, and you can transfer the program from the memory card to the PLC. Okay. Without the memory card also, we can download the program and it will the PLC will function. But the memory card is recommended so that we will have some data backup. Okay. Data logging we can do. And this is the base module. Okay. Siemens LOGO PLC base model, right? And if we want to connect, let's say this base model is having how many inputs and outputs? This model is having 8 digital inputs and 4 digital outputs, right? Let us consider in our project we have 12 number of digital inputs, okay, or some 10 number of digital outputs. Then, then how to do that? Because this model is having limited number of inputs and outputs. In that case, we can use expansion modules. Okay, these are like additional separate IO cards. Okay, these IO cards will be connected here. Okay, so I open this. Here, this separate external module will be there. Okay, that module will be connected here. Those are expansion modules, right? 1 minute. I'll adjust this. Okay, right. If you see logo 12/24 RCE, right? This is the so we already discussed it. The 12 means it can support 12 volts DC supply, or it can support 24 volts DC supply. What is this RCE? This is important. Okay. What is this RCE? R stands for relays. Okay. What is the output type? we are having relay type output is relay type output. So that is why R stands for relay. Clear? C. C means clock. Okay. Real time clock. This PLC is having inbuilt real time clock. Okay. So this PLC can support time based. Time means like let's say every Sunday you want to turn on a bell, you want to turn on an output, you want to control an output. Then this PLC can support this project because this PLC is having inbuilt clock. Okay, we can configure weekly timer, yearly timer, monthly timer, daily timer, or timer based activity. Okay, timer means mainly about with respect to the clock, real time clock. That also we will discuss in the upcoming videos. And E, what is E? E stands for the type of communication this PLC supports with the laptop or with the network of the PLC. What is the communication type we discussed? It is Ethernet. Okay, E stands for Ethernet. Relay next, clock next, Ethernet. Clear? And there are some other models also available within Siemens logo. Clear? Uh, those models and little bit discussion we can do it on next video. Okay. And coming to this is the model number, product number. Okay. 6ED1052 1MD08 OBA2. This is the order number, and it supports supply. It is shown 12 or 24-volt DC, and 165 milliamps is required for this one, for this PLC. The inputs DI 12 or 24 volt DC it supports. If it is AI, it supports 0 to 10 volts DC. Okay, and output it supports up 10 amp 240 volts AC. So that's it, guys. This is about this Siemens logo PLC. It is very compact, but it is having lot of features. Clear? It is having cloud. Remember, we will discuss all these features, and it is having lot of inbuilt libraries, instructions, all these functions with the help of real hardware. Okay, we will discuss in the upcoming videos. Thank you.